Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Vechain. Vechain's been in the news lately, and for some good things. I'll talk about that in this video. But I want to talk about Vechain just because it's one of those projects that I've heard about. Always looked at the price and just kind of shunned it and said, "Yeah, there's nothing really here to see here." But today I want to take a deeper look into the project and see if there's potential. There's some good news coming out. Like I mentioned before, VeChain, they have a decent partnership with China, and we know China's all in on crypto right now. So can that help VeChain? Can that help VeChain 10x and even more than 10x from its current price? This video, I'm going to take a look at that, and at the end of the video, if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Deeply appreciated it. And if you like the content, please like the video. It's definitely going to help the channel grow. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to the channel. So let's dig into VeChain and see what we got. So looking at the current ranking of VeChain, it's currently ranked 38. So 38, not too bad. Out of 25,000 cryptos, it's ranked number 38 according to its market cap. It has a current market cap of 1.3 billion. And if we look at the circulating supply of VeChain or VET, we're at the max supply of 86 billion. Yikes. Total supply is going to be 85.9 billion. Currently circulating 72 billion, so 84 of the supply is circulating, which means that we have about 16% left to be matriculating through the market. So that's what's going on with that. Current price as it stands right now is about 1 cent. So, if it is growing, this is one of those projects. If it grows, you can, definitely see a nice profit if everything goes according to plan. So, what is VeChain? VeChain is a platform that uses distributed ledger technology to improve supply chain management for businesses around the globe. The aim is to simplify supply chain operations and information flow through the use of blockchain technology. So, I will say this, the utility of VeChain, I get it. Initially, it was more of a B2B play. So basically, it's kind of helping with supply chain, like I just mentioned, and to kind of avoid counterfeit. So if you purchase a Louis, or if you purchase, I'm in the Jordans. So if you purchase Jordans from maybe a third-party website and you're not sure if it's legit or not, you can track it on the blockchain to see if it came from Nike and if what you currently have, if it's really authentic. And that, I think, has a strong use case. And if you add that onto the blockchain where everyone can see it, I think for businesses, especially if you're trying to get some adaptation into blockchain and crypto, this is a good project for that. Definitely a good project. So maybe, all the 70 something billion that we see in circulating supply, if it gets the mass adaptation that we think it can get, maybe that's, it still hurts the price. But if it blows and it catches on, maybe it can definitely, the price can go up because I like this utility. When I heard about VeChain and I looked deep into it, I was like, there's no other platform like it. There's some similar as far as supply chain management. They have that. And there's some other things going on with VeChain, and we'll talk about that later on in the video. So if we look at the community, if we see the type of people that are following VeChain, we see about 583,000 followers on Twitter. So that's positive. And if we look at their Medium account, they have about 15.8 followers, 15.8 thousand followers, that is. So that's positive as well. Taking a look at the founder, CEO of VeChain is Sunny Liu. So basically, VeChain is founded around November 2015. And if we look at his background, he was with Louis Vuitton China as the CIO and IS&T director, also CTO and O&P manager. And his background basically is in IT. So IT manager, infrastructure, all of that. So his background is in China, and that's what I said before, that they have a strong partnership with China. And them and all that wealth that's in China, having the foot in that market is very, very positive, and I think can help them in the long run. So if we look at the main competitors to VeChain, they say Solana, Chain, and R3. I never even heard of Chain or R3. But I think Solana is a little bit different. Yes, they're both, they're basically helping with adaptation and blockchain technology, and Solana aims to be like MasterCard, Visa with the speed and low transaction fees. But I think VeChain's in a different lane with their supply chain focus. So, although they're competitors, I think VeChain is very unique in what it's trying to do and what it's trying to offer. So governance for VeChain basically is a steering committee which oversees the VeChain ecosystem, makes decisions, and ensures that they are carried out with the help of the on-chain governance mechanism. And this covers stages such as proposing, approving, and executing. Other benefits of such a system includes lower organizational and technical development uncertainty due to role-based voting. Now, VeChain does have a dual economy. So you have the VeChain or the VET token, and then you have the VeChain Thor token. So the first token, VET, is used to create the second token, VTHO, and to make payments or remittances to other VeChain users. With the VTHO token, transactions are settled and the platform's gas and smart contract development costs are covered. So looking at the ecosystem for VeChain, they do have some NFTs, and we'll go over that a little bit later in the video. We're just going over some of these projects that they have here. They have V Lottery, which I found very interesting. Decentralized community lottery based on VeChain. Wolf Staking. Goats Club. Going through here. V Punks. Satoshi Dice. So there's some gambling involved. I like it. Decentralized gambling is some, VKongs, which is their NFT. You have Gangster Gorillas. So, they're trying to branch out from just B2B. And that's what you kind of want to see to get that mass adoption that everyone's looking for. So I like that they're doing that. They're still focused on B2B, but they are moving away from that and trying to get P2P as well. So I like that. Now, if we look at the partnerships of VeChain, they have some partnerships, some very important ones to be PricewaterhouseCoopers. They have, looking down here, China National Level Partnership. Now, we talked about that before. China just now starting to warm up to crypto again, and they have a foot in the door, and they have a relationship with them, so that's big. If we go down here, we see BMW. Partnership with BMW. I mean, everyone knows what BMW is. High standard type vehicle, and that's a big partnership in my book. Renault, which is it's not really big in the US anymore, but in Europe and other countries, decent. Then if we look, we're continuing down. BYD, which is a big vehicle manufacturer in China. I believe they're in the EV space as well, so a Tesla competitor. And so they have partnerships with them. I mean, the partnerships are huge. The ones that they do have, very huge. I think they have a sponsorship with UFC as well. So this is one of those projects that's still building, still forming partnerships during the bear market, and that's positive. So, do they have burning? So while the VET is the governance token on the VeChain blockchain, VTHO is the utility token, and it is what you use to pay transaction fees with. 70% of the transaction fee is burned, and the remaining 30% is rewarded to nodes for adding new blocks and validating transactions. So when it comes to VET, which is better investment of the two? There are no token burns. However, the VeChain Foundation does exercise buybacks of VET, which basically functions like token burns. So in 2019 and 2020, the VeChain Foundation bought $25 million worth of VET in a buyback program to celebrate its independence from ETH. So with buybacks, and again, VTHO token, there is some mechanism of burning, that can help with the supply. So that's positive. Can you stake on VeChain? Yes, you can. Atomic Wallet is currently offering 1.63% in staking, which isn't the greatest. There's others that are offering way more than that, but they do offer staking. Now let's take a look at the addresses on VeChain, and specifically Whale. When I'm looking at projects, I want to make sure that there's not a big concentration of Whale addresses that's holding the majority of the tokens, so they just dump on everyone else. And here, looking through the different addresses, there isn't a big Whale concentration with VeChain, which I like. It's pretty much spread out. So you see a lot of the exchanges have it, but then if you look at the different addresses here, this person has 1.6 billion, which is, yes, that's a lot. 1.4 billion. About $1 billion there, and then after that you have 850, 818, 800, 790, So it's not one person that holds a lot, the majority of the tokens. It's pretty much spread out going down the line. So as far as well concentration goes, I'm okay with that. Now let's look at unique addresses. This is where there's an opportunity. As far as active addresses, we look in here. This is according to Vechain stats. Active addresses are only 9,500 active addresses on Vechain. New addresses, about 1,041. Now, looking at the 7-day activity is about 27,000 active addresses on Vechain. I get it, it's the bear market and all of that, but that is kind of low. And again, that could be due to, their B2B focus. But looking at new addresses for the past 7 days, 6,300. So there's some opportunities there for sure. So let's take a look at the tokenomics here. Tokenomics is probably not, technical difficulties. Let's see here. Live TV, people. So we look at the VET allocation here. You see the operational development, they got 22% of it. Private investors got 9%. About 13% was burnt. 9.7 enterprise investors. The team got 5% and crowd sale 41%. So if we look at the supply schedule here, right now, remember we said about 16% is left to be circulating or left to be set out into the market. And so right now we're almost halfway there. So, there's still, we're talking about 14 billion tokens that's going to be set out into the market. So that's going to have some price suppression. Now let's take a look at news. So Vechain did pump a little bit on news that Coinbase has it listed to be on Coinbase at some point. They didn't give a date, but there was a buzz because now finally Vechain will possibly be listed on Coinbase. We're just waiting for the date. So when that happens, that would help a lot. Definitely help with the price, because right now to get Vechain, when I had it, it was purchased on Binance. But now with the on-ramp, off-ramp of fiat, it's kind of hard to do that on Binance unless you're trading directly your crypto and to get it there. But once it's listed on Coinbase, that'll be big. That's going to help with some adoption, help people get into Vechain. I think it'll definitely help with the price for sure. Now, the team behind Vechain, they released their roadmap for 2023 and 2024, and they had some pretty interesting things to say. The Vechain Foundation says the project's developers plan to spend the first half of the year at work on Carbon Footprint Explorer, which is a wallet browser extension and an Ethereum token bridge, among other projects. In the second half of 2023, they plan to turn their attention to implementing a Vechain naming system, an asset lending platform, a multi-chain generic data bridge, as well as oracles and smart city ecosystems, in addition to various other features. And then in the first quarter of 2024, they plan to work on numerous projects that include decentralized file storage, layer 2 rollups, smart contract security analysis tools, algorithmic token-backed stablecoins. Decentralized autonomous organization, governance wizards, together with a DAO operating system and a DAO ecosystem smart contract library. So they are working, and they have a looks like a roadmap in place. So that's good. So as far as, I said, they mentioned they were in B2B, and now they have a little marketplace for their NFTs as well. And just looking through some of these, the art is okay. But this is what you want to see, man. You want to see them trying to branch out into NFTs. NFTs was all the rage in the last bull cycle. So, if it picks up like it did before, this is good. Their unique utility. Now they're getting into NFTs too. They have relationships with China. Good big partnerships. A lot of big things happening with Vechain for sure. So again, the art's okay. Nothing too crazy about it, but they're getting there. They're getting there. About 136,000 NFTs minted on a VC. So there's little volume. And then as far as volume goes, 145 million. So go Vechain. So price prediction for Vechain. According to coinpedia.org, for 2025, the next, if history repeats itself, the next bull cycle, potential low would be about 6 cents. And the high would be about 10 cents from its current price. So, can Vechain 10x from here? I say it's a possibility. I say yes, it's strong. If crypto, takes on the shape that I think it will in the next 2 years, and we get all this adoption coming in, not to mention something like this is very unique. Can it 10x from here? I definitely think so, for sure. Now there are some pros and cons to VeChain. I'm going to go over them here. This is from Crypto EQ. The VET strengths are one of the selected few cryptos that have an actual adoption and product market fit with major corporations like Walmart China. I repeat, Walmart China is investing in their services. Do you know? Walmart's are huge here in the US. Can you imagine you in China where the population is even bigger? That's huge. Price Watercooper, Cointelegraph, BMW Group, Moet, Hennessy, and Louis Vuitton. It has a tenured product, 5+ years, with a dedicated team that's shown the ability to evolve with the ecosystem and continue to improve and develop the product for users. Now, weaknesses: a permission KYC'd, centralized and closed ecosystem of masternodes that offers none of the open, free to participate, permissionless characteristics of Bitcoin or Ethereum and other cryptos that we love. The VeChain Foundation is ultimately the authority and gatekeeper to the blockchain with the ability to change monetary policy and other critical decisions. Lastly, VeChain was built for a large but very particular supply chain management use case, meaning there is essentially no reason a retail user needs the coin. This is true, but in this video I talked about them getting into NFTs and probably expanding that use case to get to peer-to-peer. So there's some positives there. So ultimately, what do I think about VeChain? VeChain is one of those projects that if you believe in its use case and if you believe in its future, you're taking a leap of faith and you see the roadmap we just talked about. They are working on things. They're working on expanding. The bridge to Ethereum will be huge. I like the project. I really do. And normally I'm not one to go for projects with a big supply. These guys have over 70 billion tokens, but with everything that they're doing, I do like this project. And can it 10x plus? Most definitely. I think it can. VeChain is a good project. If they continue to focus on the P2P, I see bright things for VeChain. So guys, let me know what you think about this project. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but hey, it's live TV. I'm on YouTube. We're having fun. And I can't wait for the next bull run. And you and I, we're here early. We're still developing. We're still digging into these projects. And that's what it's all about. So guys, until next time, next video, take care. Bye.